Everyone is unique. Nobody has the same story as me, and nobody else has the same story as you. So, I want to know what it's like to be you. Families can come in all different shapes and sizes. And while some people have lived with their parent or parents their whole lives, others have a completely different family setup where they've been adopted into a new family. So, what's it like?
I was born in China and I was adopted when I was 1.
When I was 4 years old when I was adopted. I was born in Thailand, put in an orphanage. I was moved to Australia and now I live with a family.
I was 1 month or 2 months old when I was adopted. Adopted.
Well, I was born in Sydney, right here in Australia. Before I was adopted, I was put in foster care because there was a bit of time in between where it's just juggling around things. But yeah, my parents are very fine. And yeah, so everything's pretty normal.
Being adopted means to me that I didn't come out of my mum's stomach, but she adopted me, and that doesn't mean I'm different to anyone else. Just because I do know where I come from. Just because I didn't come out of her doesn't mean she's not my mum.
So adoption is where your birth parents can't care for you. And so they get other parents, they agree to care for you. So now they're your parents. And it's just the same, except that they didn't give birth to you.
Just means I'm different. So adoption means I'm different to everyone, but in the day I still have a family, so yeah.
Well, when I was younger, I didn't used to accept that I was adopted, and I always thought I was different to everyone else in a really bad way, and I always thought I was outside of the group. But this year I've actually noticed that I am different to everyone, but I'm also more, not really, but more special and more different in a good way. And all families, my mum says, all families are made up of different people. So yeah, our family is made by adoption.
Well, what's it like to be adopted? Well, it's complicated. It's good and bad, and overall it's just complicated, really.
I usually get whoa, and then I get floods of questions.
A common question that I get is, what do you think about your parents? And are they your real parents? To which I answer, they're my parents, full stop.
When did you find out you're adopted? How old was your mum when she had you? And yeah, floods of questions.
Their reactions is if you answer one question, they ask more questions. They ask me who your mum and dad are and where you come from.
I got asked by this one kid. He said, "Do you like your mum?" And I said, "Of course I love my mum because she's my mum." And it's kind of interesting that they ask that, because it's one, they want to tease me about it, or two, they're just curious. So I don't really take it offensive, because I accept that people can get really curious about adoption. So I tell them it and explain it all to them, and if they still don't get it, I kind of just leave it. I can't be bothered to explain it over and over again.
I think they might be curious because they either want to know what it's like or why.
If you're afraid of the dark, let's just say that, what's over there? We don't know. It's the not knowing. So when people have a negative reaction towards adoption, that is because they don't know. And that's also why they're asking lots of questions so that they can find out about adoption.
I want people to get what it's like to be adopted so I don't have to keep repeating myself because it's really annoying.
Before asking them heaps of questions, maybe ask if they're too personal, or maybe give them a bit of space about it, because it's a stressful thing sometimes and an upsetting thing.
If I could give advice to someone who could support their friend that was adopted, it would be if they want to talk, you should listen and you should respect that. But if they want to talk, don't keep asking them questions about it and annoying them about it. Just let them go their own way. And if they want to speak to you, listen. And yeah.
If you had a friend that was adopted, just treat them the same way as you get treated.
Family means someone you have in your life who you can trust, depend on, love, have, help, anything, and they're always there for you no matter what.
Even though they're not our birth parents, we still have the connection, the family connection, because we're still a family.
The best thing about being in my family is feel like you fit in, enjoy it, it's good times. I love my family.
It means you're a part of the family and you're actually loved.
Adoption is really nice for me because when I think of adoption, I think of my orphanage again and think of all the people that didn't go, and I just feel how lucky I am. For me to be adopted means that I get to be happy and have a new family, that I could be treated well.
In a movie, Jackie Chan was like, family is not whose blood you carry, but who you love and who loves you. And, I think that's spot on.
The most important thing in the world to me is the people I love. It wouldn't make me me without them.